Living in the Rocky Mountains, a plant that is seen every day is the lodgepole pine. Scientific name, Pinus corta. A straight-trunked pine tree that grows in the mountains of western North America. The lodgepole pine was traditionally used by some American Indians in the construction of their lodges. The lodgepole pine is a slow-growing species that may live over 500 years. Lodgepole pine stands provide habitat for larger animals such as deer and elk. Other smaller animals such as porcupine and gophers feed on the seeds of lodgepole pine. Some rodents eat the inner bark. The lodgepole pine had many uses. The inner succulent bark was stripped from the tree and eaten or stored. The pitch from the pine cones was used as a base for many medicines. Many lodgepole pine are being killed off by an extremely small predator. Millions of lodgepole pine are being killed off by the mountain pine beetle. This is causing huge forests of standing dead pine trees, which are a huge fire hazard. 30% of the cones on a lodgepole pine tree are serotinous. The cones are protected by a seal of pitch that requires fire or heat to release the seeds. This allows seeds to stay on the tree or on the ground for many years until disturbance provides suitable growing conditions. Because the lodgepole pine is so adept with dealing with forest fires, it is usually one of the first to return to an area that had been ravaged by a forest fire. The lodgepole pine is a pioneer species because it is one of the first to grow after a disturbance. Lodgepole pine have been known to bring an area back to healthy condition within only a few years of having had a disturbance. The Smokey the Bear campaign was a good way of getting people aware of the problems of forest fires and getting them active in trying to prevent them. The Smokey the Bear program was too effective. The program stopped forest fires, which allowed excess fuel to build up and possibly cause even larger forest fires. Not only would fewer forest fires mean that there would be more fuel on the ground and possibly greater forest fires, but some plants use the smoke from forest fires to help germinate their seeds. Some plants in forest fire-prone areas have adapted so that their seeds are actually helped and germinated by the smoke. There are many plants that reproduce with the help of forest fires. One is the Douglas fir. The benefit that the loblolly pine receives from forest fires is a good environment for its seeds. In certain areas, forest fire helps to remove older plants and replace them with younger ones. Just like the lodgepole pine, some trees seal their seeds inside cones with resin. In communities such as the Ponderosa pine, wildfires happened in a cycle of about every 5 years. In areas such as the tallgrass prairie, wildfires are needed in order for the prairie to actually grow. I believe that instead of stopping all forest fires, we should have a campaign of periodically doing controlled burns in order to help spread certain ecosystems. By using controlled burns, we will be continuing the natural process created by forest fires, only safer and more efficient. Controlled burns will allow excess fuel to be burnt and species that use wildfires to reproduce to flourish.